my name is Rispa Nyabate and I'm happy to be back. So, welcome back, and I hope you learn one or two things. This is my third video. I'm not yet very familiar, but I'm excited to share my life with you. First video I shared with you the plans I have for you, and I hope that as we grow together as a community, so much will be revealed to you and you will learn a lot. The second video I talked about church and what I did about the decisions I made and what I learned from them. And today I'm going to talk about relationships. I mentioned a few things. I was a bit passive about relationships in the last video, if you notice. I felt like that was a separate thing that I should share with you. And I know you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot because I feel like everything we go through in life has a reason. And yeah, today we're going to talk more about it. So for those who are watching me for the first time, I've been telling a few people about my ideas, and I know this is very new for you. Please note this is Rispa. My name is Rispa Nyabate, and this channel is called Being Adventist by Isha. Isha is my nickname since my childhood, and the reason why I did it is just so to have a light touch. Just to personalize it a bit. I'm really sorry. I'm getting used to this, and with time I know I will get better. So yeah, so back to relationships. My story is a bit, it's not very long. Since my college years, I've dated very few people. I think I've dated like 4 guys who I thought were serious about me, but unfortunately it didn't turn out to be what I thought it should be in most cases, until I met the right person who I think God was preparing for me. So I mentioned I lived and I was brought up in Nakuru, and most of my early life, when I was young and during my teenage years, I lived in Nakuru. So once I got to college, that is when I met the first man I dated, and it was not good. Actually, it was a very bad experience. And you hear people saying, my first love hurt me. I don't know if we were in love, but I know that I loved this person. I mean, I cared for him and I really wanted to be in a relationship with him. But he didn't turn out to be a good person. He used to treat me very badly and he was abusive. Please, girls, be very careful with men who show you so much love and then on another side, they are also violent. That is very dangerous. Don't be around such people. It's very dangerous. Anyway, so I met this man when I was in my 3rd year. Actually, no, when I was just about to finish my 2nd year of college. That is when I met him. And I was so excited to meet him, but it didn't turn out to be good. It was not good. So we broke up, and then I met another one who we were studying together in college. And even him, he didn't take me so serious. No, actually, I took him seriously, but I later found out he had another girlfriend. So I wasn't so, I wasn't very, he wasn't keen on having a committed relationship with me. And so I ended up so hurt because he got to a point where he felt like he had to choose, and he chose the other lady and he left me. And at the time it was very hurtful, but come to think of it now, I have learned so much, and I know that so many people are facing these things, especially young girls and young men. They're facing this issue and they just don't know how to go about it. It is good to be around people who have gone through it and learn from them, especially your big sisters, your younger sisters, your cousins. your elder sisters, your cousins, even your mom. Share with someone so that you don't end up in very tricky situations. I feel like I didn't have enough. I didn't have people I could talk to, people who could support me and, like make me understand that these things happen, and as sad as it is, you just have to move on and you have to encourage yourself and learn from these situations. And in most cases, you can easily avoid these situations. So we broke up, and when I was at my workplace, I wasn't very keen on having another relationship. So for a very long time, I wasn't very serious about anyone until I met someone from home, and it turns out he wasn't also very serious. So most of the young men I met in my dating life were not very serious with me, and some of these things are things that we should avoid. But there are so many things that could easily warn you against being in such relationships, and that is why we are having this topic today. And anyway, eventually I got into another relationship and another one. Now my fifth is the one I'm with right now, and I followed a few things. There are some things I did and I was very keen about that led me to make the right decisions. Even though we have had our ups and downs, this person is someone I can truly stand, who can truly stand by my side, and I can also stand by his side, and I can truly fight for, because I know we have a future. Like, I'm very hopeful. So, like I mentioned in the topic, you have seen in the topic, I want to share 10 things you need to know before you start dating. You need to learn these things because it is very important. You will avoid endless pain, heartaches, confusion. You will avoid so many things just from figuring this thing out way before you enter into any relationship. So first of all, let us talk about it. You as a person, I know you have grown up, and even some of you are in adulthood. 25 years and above. But are you really ready? Are you ready for a good relationship, a committed relationship? What kind of relationship do you want? Do you want to just have someone in your life to talk to, go out and do things together, but you're not ready to commit to commit in terms of getting into marriage? What kind of relationship do you want? What type of man do you want? If you figure out the type of relationship you want, then it's very easy to know the type of man you want. Because some of you just want to have a friend, just a companion. But I don't know how it works. I personally don't understand why I should have someone in my life who we don't relate we relate as girlfriend and boyfriend, but we know we are not headed anywhere. I personally feel like you'd rather not do it and just wait for the right time. You can have male friends, but you'd rather not be in a relationship which is not leading anywhere. Like, what's the point of having such a relationship? Then are you on the same page? This man, is that the same thing he wants? Does he also want to be to be in a not to be in this relationship which is not leading anywhere? Like, and if you're the type of person who wants a commitment, like you want to be in a relationship that will lead to marriage, does your partner know? Does this man that you have met, is he on the same page with you? Does he understand what you really want? You need to figure these things out. Even religion is very important. This person you are dating, will you collide at some point because of the values that you stand for? Do they differ? Is it something you can maybe learn to compromise with your partner, which is very hard? And that is why in the Bible we are told, do not be unequally yoked. Because the things that when you differ with someone in terms of values that we are taught in religion, it's very hard to sustain a relationship. Imagine if you are in a relationship and this person in their church, in their religion, they're allowed to marry multiple women. Are you comfortable with that? Or will you tell him you are comfortable, and then at the point where he brings another woman, you bring issues? You see, such things, you need to consider some of these things. I mean, just be ready. Know yourself. Be confident. Take care of yourself. Have good self-esteem. Love yourself first before you allow someone in your life, because sometimes we get into relationships broken and we end up being treated so badly, or we have high expectations of other people uplifting us from that place where we are, which is not good. And some men are not ready. They're not ready for such responsibilities. So before you try to be in a relationship, make sure you are ready. Prepare yourself psychologically, mentally. This is a completely different person. This is not your brother who is coming into your life. And this person will come with his own shortcomings. He will come with his own expectations. His character might not be perfect. And you as a person, you as Rispa, you must be ready to deal with that in a positive way. Most of the times, relationships that have worked are relationships where both people are stable mentally. That way, when this person is falls short in one way, you're able to uplift them. There has to be a balance. And for there to be a balance, everyone has to prepare themselves psychologically and know that they have a role to play in these relationships. So prepare yourself psychologically, mentally. Learn from other people. Listen to people who have been there, their experiences, what they can do different. Please, it is very important. Now, 10 things that I want to share with you. First thing, trust your instincts. Especially women, trust your instincts. There are men you meet and you sense and you know deep within this person something is wrong. Maybe he's a player. He's just not ready to commit. Maybe this person is after your money. Maybe this person just wants to have fun. Or they don't even like you in the first place. Some people just date you so that they can hurt someone else. So, trust your instincts. That is the most important thing, because the minute you sit down with someone, you will sense something. That is why God gave us senses, so that you can use them. And if you're a godly person, if you have prayed, by the way, before you start doing all these things, pray and ask God to be with you. Ask God to fill you with the power of the Holy Spirit, so that every decision you make will be right, so that you are guided by God himself, so that you see through the eyes of God. Yes, so first thing, trust your instinct. It is never wrong. And if it's wrong, rarely is it wrong. Just trust your instincts. Second thing, be honest with this person. When you're talking and you're introducing to each other, open up. Do you have a child? How many relationships have you been into? Have you been intimate before? Are you hurt? All these things. But be careful how you open up these things. You don't go telling someone your deepest things in your mind when you have not known them well. Just learn to uncover yourself. Introduce yourself to them slowly and surely. And at the end, you will find that because of these things that you have shared, you have formed a bond, a friendship. And it's very hard to break such relationships, because they know each other. They have built a good foundation. So be very honest with everything you share with your friend or your partner to be. And be wise. Disclose these things slowly. until to a point when you're very confident and you find yourself talking to each other and opening up in many ways. So be honest. Third thing, do not rush to commit. Some of you are very, very fast in committing. Oh yeah, I like him. So what am I to you? Hey, I want to have a boyfriend who I want a relationship that will end up to marriage. You know, you are saying very deep things too early. Please, do not rush into commitment. This brings me to the fourth advice. Build a friendship. Go, like I have mentioned, do not be in a rush to commit. Build a friendship first. My fourth advice. Is this person someone you can spend time with? Is this person someone you tell each other stories? Can you advise each other? When you feel stressed, can you open up to this person? Do they encourage you? What do you learn from this person? Is this person the type of person you can travel with? You can do things together and share and laugh, encourage each other, learn from each other, build each other up. Try to focus on such things. And these things strengthen your relationship, because you have not started to do to commit to each other very fast before building a friendship. You have known each other. You have built trust. Actually, friendships build trust. So don't be very fast to commit. Build a friendship first. Another thing, my fifth point, listen. Be very keen. This I will say again. Be very keen. Listen to this person. Listen very carefully. Nakwambia, some of these things we go through, there were some things that we had heard from them, but we chose to ignore. Please listen and be very keen. That way you even learn to know his like what he expects from you. You learn the kind of person he is. It's easier to have a conversation with this person when you give them a chance to talk and you play your part of listening. Then you learn more about them. Please listen. Another thing, beware of patterns. This is my sixth point. Beware of patterns. You know, there are some people who do something over and over and over again. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, and it doesn't have to happen in 3 months. It can actually happen in the first 2 weeks of knowing each other. You notice this person only calls you during the weekends. This person only calls you from around during the day, but just to call you or text you at night and say good night, he can't. Sometimes you notice this person during the weekends, he is nowhere to be seen, never says anything. And by the way, these two are very important. There is one person who will always call you during the weekend, but will never check on you during the week. And there's another person who will always check on you during the week, but during the weekend, he's nowhere to be seen. Be very keen with such patterns. They tell a lot. My seventh thing, don't be quick to judge. You can judge positively or negatively. Some of you are very quick to say, oh, he's so handsome, he's so godly, he's so loving, this man, it's very easy to trust him. This woman is so beautiful and understanding. Sometimes negatively, you're too quick to say, this person is not handsome, this person does not care, we are not compatible. I don't think we are compatible. Such things. Do not be quick to judge. That is why I have asked you to build a friendship. That way it is easy to learn. And that way you can judge with wisdom. You can judge, like, you can have the right judgment about this person. Do not be quick to have your own assumptions about this person. Some people reveal themselves slowly, some people reveal themselves very fast. And another thing, some people, because of their life and where they have been brought up, they don't reveal themselves. They take time. They take a step back, and they seem like they are just seated there waiting and just relaxed, not in they are not in a hurry. But this person could actually be a good person. It's just that because of where he was brought up, the experiences gone through, he has automatically become laid back. Give yourself time. Do not judge quickly. My 8th point: avoid marriage conversations too early. Some of you start talking about marriage the first week of life of knowing someone. Please take time. Pray. Wait on God. Talk to this person. Go places. Go to church. Learn from each other. Create a bond. Be around this person for a while before you start saying, oh, I want 2 kids. No, me, I want 4 kids. No, me, I want, when I get married, I like to live in Runda. I prefer living in, I hate Thika Road. I prefer Uhuru Highway. Avoid such things. Please. It is very important to have a firm foundation. And you cannot build a firm foundation if you have gone to step 10 and you have skipped all these other steps from step 1 to 9. Take your time. Be slow to such things. And by the way, when you're destined for marriage, it automatically happens. It is not something you start talking about, you force issues. No. It happens slowly but surely. So take time and avoid marriage conversations. Another thing, avoid physical relationships. Being intimate. These things actually spoil everything, because now you lose focus on what is important, especially if you are the kind of person who is looking for a person for a relationship that leads to marriage. When you get physical with this person and you begin to be intimate with this person, you lose track and you start focusing on the wrong things. You want to do this and that, touch, kiss, do this, and you skip other things that are very important. Avoid physical contact. It blocks you from learning more about this person. And with time, this person will objectify you. You become an object. He comes to satisfy his physical needs with you. And by the way, with time, your relationship becomes about the physical. It becomes physical because there is nothing else you have learned about each other. So every time you meet, you want to be physical, and you miss the main point. And by the way, both of you could actually be very good people, and sometimes it works for others. It is not advisable, it is not good, but it is not advisable and it is not good, but it happens. So try and avoid such things. Last thing, before you start dating someone and being serious with this person and having big extra expectations, introduce them to your friends and your family. Introduce them to your sister, to your mother, to your cousin, to your best friend. And please make sure to introduce them to people who really care, because not everyone cares. Some people are just there to watch your moves. They're not interested to help you in any way. Be very careful who you open up to. That's another thing. But most importantly, introduce this person to your close friends. Sometimes we get too overwhelmed and too excited when we meet someone. We forget to observe such things. And guess who is the right person to tell you, Appa, I sense danger. your mother, your sister, your best friend, your big brother, your cousin, that one you trust so much and you share everything with her. That person can see some things that you cannot see, because it's reality. We are all human. When we meet people and we like them, it is very easy to miss the point and commit ourselves to the wrong person. So if you look at all these things and you observe all these things, I promise you, you will avoid heartaches, you will avoid pain, you will avoid disappointments. And you know, when you go through these things, it affects your self-esteem, it affects your trust. You just automatically do not trust people. Learn to follow these things. I promise you, it will help a lot. You will avoid so many things if you follow all these things. And most importantly, put God first. Pray. Lay down. You can even put down a list of the person you want in your life and give it to God, and He will introduce you to the right person. I hope you have learned something, and I'm so happy to have this platform to talk and share. I hope with time, I don't hope. I know with time I will do much more. I'm still learning. I'm in the process of learning a lot about YouTube and how I can perfect my skills, so that, you know, when you listen to me, we engage. I mean, you like my videos. I don't want to have these dull videos. It's only that I want to start from somewhere, and I really hope that God will just give you the patience to give me a chance, so that with time we create this big community and we learn from each other. For those who have, if this is your first time, please subscribe, join this team. We might be, I don't know, you might be the first person, or the 10th person, or the 30th person, or the number 1000, but it means a lot, because that is my dream and my goal, and together we shall grow and, you know, just be happy and learn from each other. That is it for today. I hope to share much more, and I hope you will learn a lot. Remember, I love you even before I meet you, and maybe I will never meet you, but you will be part of this team. I love you so much with the love of God, and may God bless you. Remember to always put God first, to surrender everything to God, and all other things will happen according to God's will. That is it for now. Bye.